Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Plot Hole Productions. I'm your host, Nate Slater, here once again for another exciting episode of Slab Addict Saturdays. That's right, folks. I got another gigantic box in from CGC, but there's something special about this one. It's Fragile times 3. Let's get into it. All right, so folks, if you don't know the name of the game, we pretend like it's Christmas. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know the grades. All I know is I got a giant box here. The only downfall to this box this time is, like always, I haven't tampered with it. The only issue is that FedEx left a mark. Now, am I afraid that these books might be damaged somehow? Very little. But CGC usually does a really good packing job. Plus, if I have to reholder it, it's a hassle, but I'll do it. Just so, for clarity, the box is still sealed. It's heavy. My information is just removed from the box, but as you can tell, it is still sealed. So, yeah, before we open this bad boy, let's pray to the 9, 8, 9, 9, and 10 guns. I think that's good. This is going to be a long video, I think, folks. So, let's get it cracking. We're not cracking the books open. We're just cutting the box open. So let's do it this way. And boy, is there a lot of shenanigans. Oh, stuffs. Don't care. Okay. Okay, I can't see the books actually. I have this crap here. I really don't like this, but it saves the books. That's all that matters, right? Get this out of here and get rid of the box because it's taking up space. All right. Normally I don't do this, but I don't have a lot of room. I'm going to put this right down here as safely as I can. And I'll just make it easy. I'll put them both down there. Don't fall. Don't. All right, here we go. Oh, they're in the right position already, I think. Yeah, that one's upside down. There. Okay, here we go, folks. The moment of truth. Fingers crossed, let's go. First book on the docket tonight, we have, drum roll please. Okay. We have Uncanny X-Men 251. This is Reaver's appearance. Siege Perilous is destroyed. I hope I said that right. And a CGC 9.4. And right off the bat, I can see why it's a 9.4, but I don't remember it. It has like a little ding here near the staple, and I remember when I submitted this, it wasn't there. So I think maybe they did that during the pressing process. I hope not. But, it's a classic. I think it's Mark Silvestri, I think. Yeah, Mark Silvestri, clever. Chris Claremont, that whole X-Men run, the classic run there. Or, can't call it classic. It's like the new classic, I guess you could call it. Because the classic is, the original, can't remember, 60-some issues? 64? I don't know. I could be wrong. And then the rest were reprints until Chris Claremont came along and gave us the good X-Men. The great X-Men. But yeah, this, if you saw Deadpool and Wolverine, they reused this. They made a few covers that were already iconic, more iconic. So, next book here we have, okay, on Annie. Uncanny X-Men 287, Newsstand Edition. This is Death of Malcolm and Randall. Bishop joins the X-Men in a CGC 8.5. And like I said, it is a Newsstand Edition. It's one thing I like about CGC now is that they actually are acknowledging newsstands, so I'm happy about that because it gives you that little edge. It makes you feel like you have something, you know what I mean? All right, next we have Uncanny X-Men 305 and an 8.5. No significance of this book, but it's an X-Men book nonetheless. You got Rogue and Bishop on the cover there. Plus, on the back, you got Mortal Kombat. Yeah. So we got a good amount of X-Men books here. That's cool. Okay, we have X-Men Annual 3. That says Archon Appearance and a CGC 8.5. Newsstand edition. Aren't they all newsstands at this? I don't know. I thought they were all like newsstands at this time, but guess not. And this is also a Claremont story. And Frank Miller, you know, he's not as good as he once was. But at least he tries. Next we have X-Men Annual number 10. Newsstand edition. That says first appearance of X-Babies, Mojo appearance, Longshot joins the X-Men, giant size X-Men number 1 cover homage. Oh, that's cool. And like I said, it's a newsstand and an 8.5. Bam. So we got 2 X-Men annuals in there, and they're both newsstands. But like I said, I think they're more common back then. Okay, next. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, perfect. Sorry, set up the way we want it to be. Wait these things. Thing is, I like to reuse packaging, and I was able to do it when they used to use the old packaging, but now it's like, if I sell a book, it's like one book. I'm not gonna... I hate it. Anyway, next we have... Oof. That hurts. But, yeah, I already knew this one was a low one, but I sent it in anyway. Wolverine number 1, newsstand edition. First appearance of Wolverine as Patch. Back cover pinup by John Byrne. So here we go. Bam. The infamous Wolverine number 1. The Unlimited series. Yes, this is a rough one. This book I actually got when I really first started collecting. I got it from a buddy of mine that I bought a whole bunch of books from in the past. At one point I bought a whole bunch of Spider-Man and X-Men books, like the older stuff, and he ended up helping me out with that. So that was nice. And if you want to see that video, it's on my YouTube channel. Check it out. Pothole Productions. All right, here we go. Okay, we got another Wolverine number 1. First Wolverine as Patch. Back cover pinup by John Byrne and a CGC 4.5. They're both white pages though. Bam. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did this when they had like a bulk deal or something like that, because I would never have sent those books in any other way, you know? So, yeah. Was it a waste of money? More than likely. But there's someone out there that will get it. It's Wolverine. Come on, bub. Anyway, here we go next. Oh! The 9-8 gods are looking down on us. All right, we got something here. We got Marvel Comics presents number 1. Wolverine, Master of Kung Fu, Man-Thing, and Silver Surfer stories wraparound cover. And a CGC 9.8. So we did it, folks. We got a 9.8 in this big hunk of hunkiness. I was actually getting worried because all those books were mid to low grades, it looks like. So fingers crossed. Can we do it again? Yes, we can do it again. We got Marvel Comics presents number 1, Wolverine, Master of Kung Fu, Man-Thing, Silver Surfer stories, wraparound cover, and a CGC 9.8. Bam. Don't have to linger on that too much because we already did it. So next we have... We went 3 for 3. I guess Fragile times 3 gives us 3. Marvel Comics presents number 1 and a CGC 9.8. You already know the rest. But there you go. There's the 9.8. Not going to spend a lot of time on that one. So we got 3 9.8. So that's a positive there, folks. I'm not complaining. Next we have... Okay. We couldn't keep the streak going for too long. We have Marvel Comics presents 85. It's a Sam Keith cover, Wolverine, Firestar, Beast, and Speedball stories, and a CGC 9.4. Bam. And the back's actually pretty cool. I like Firestar. If you watch like the 70s cartoon, what was it, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends or something like that, I think it was. She was in it. I actually like that character. Iceman and Spider-Man and Firestar. classics. Okay, next we have... Okay, I was praying to God I would get a 9.8 on this, and I did. This might be for the PC, I'm not sure. Actually, one of those Marvel Comics Presents will probably stay in the PC. But we got X-Men, number 4, first appearance of Omega Red. I can't pronounce his name, but I'm going to attempt to. Arkady Rosovich, and a CGC 9.8. Look at that, folks. This is a good one, especially in a 9.8. I really hope we get some Omega Red in the MCU at some point, because he should have been Wolverine's, like, villain aside from Sabretooth in the Fox X-Men movies, like, at least once. And they didn't do it. It's kind of sad. Anyway, here we go. Next we have... Oof. I was hoping this one would get a 9.8 too, but they all can't be winners. X-Men number 5. Jim Lee and Scott Williams cover. First appearance of Maverick Christoph Nord. Omega Red appearance. And a CGC 9.4. Oh, we can't win them all, folks. But at least I got the 9.8 on the one that mattered. Next we have... Okay, I was like, is that all the books I have? No, I have more. Here we go. We have... Oh, okay. This actually got a higher grade than I thought it was going to get. X-Men Adventures number 1, based on the animated Adventures television series. And a CGC 9.6. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I think there was a... Yeah, there's like a little tear right here that's going to keep it from being a 9.8. I actually thought it'd be like a 9.4, 9.2 with that, but I guess not. And then you got the Game Genie on the back. So, not bad. Next, we have... Really? 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 That's weird. I didn't think it was that bad, but anyway, we got Excalibur Special Edition, NN, no number, and a CGC 9.0. And this is the first print, I know that, but I don't remember the back being... Alright, so here's the front. But trust me, I look at all my books before I do anything, but I don't remember the back being as scuffed up as it is. So I wonder if that was due to like the pressing process or what, but interesting. Makes me sad. Anyway, next. Well, maybe I should grab it like that because I don't want it to fall. Can we do it again? No. Maybe it's going to be... There we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so, ready, folks? Gonna have to make another stack here. I'll start making it here, maybe. I don't know. We have... packing soda. Okay, we have... Uncanny X-Men 222, Wolverine vs. Sabretooth, Marauders appearance, newsstand edition, and a CGC 7.0. So, yeah, at this point, this is mostly X-Men stuff. Obviously, I sent this in just because X-Men is going to be a big deal. It already is a big deal, but it's going to be an even bigger deal as the MCU continues. So, let's just hope they get it right. So, next we have... Okay, I guess this is fine. X-Men 96, first appearance of I can't say her name. Moira McTaggart. First appearance of Moira McTaggart. There we go. And a CGC 4.0. So you got a little early Claremont X-Men there. Right? That is clear. Yeah, Claremont. You got some early Claremont. Next. I'm just going to keep the tower going. Let's go. We have Uncanny X-Men 201, Newsstand Edition. First appearance of Cable as Baby Nathan. Starjammers and Binary appearance. Storm becomes team leader. And a CGC 9.0. Like I said, Newsstand Edition, folks. I prefer to send in newsstands than the regular book, so it just makes more sense because there's like a little bit more of a margin you can get out of them, but really only if they're in the 9.6 to 9.8. So anyway, next we have Uncanny X-Men 211, first full appearance on the Marauders, Newsstand Edition, and a CGC 6.0. And you got that ugly It should get a 5.0 just because of this ugly border. But anyway, I digress. Bam. And the tower keeps getting higher. Like a ring of fire. Made no sense, right? Here we go. We have Uncanny X-Men 212, Wolverine vs. Sabretooth, Newsstand Edition, and a CGC 8.5. Bam. And you got some Gumby on the back. Good old Gumby. Feel sorry for his horse, Pokey. Anyway, here we go. Next. Okay, this one's above 9, so Uncanny X-Men 213, Wolverine vs. Sabretooth, Psylocke joins the X-Men, Newsstand Edition, and a CGC 9.2. So we got a lot of Claremont X-Men here, folks. Damn. Ooh, we're getting close to the end, my friends. Next we have Uncanny X-Men 234, Madeline Pryor dons Goblin Queen garb, and a CGC 9.4. And we got, that's interesting, Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear on the back. And we got the Sean Bean lookalike of Solid Snake there. Not Sean Bean, sorry. Michael Bean. Can't believe I did that. Why would I do that? Anyway, here we go. Because if it was Sean Bean, he would have died. Anyway, here we go. Uncanny X-Men 239, Mr. Sinister, Nashtir, how do you say it? Nashtir, and Malice Polaris appearance, and a CGC 9.0. So this is like, what, the first cover appearance of Mr. Sinister? And I think it's maybe the second appearance of him. I can't be too sure. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me somewhere. All right, next we have Uncanny X-Men 249. Some of these names, folks. Zaldane, Polaris, Malice, Gateway, Lady Deathstrike, and Reaver's appearance. And a CGC 9.2. There's that. And the last book of the night, folks. 9.8? Okay, no, not 9.8. So we got Uncanny X-Men 249, Zeladane, Polaris, Malice, Gateway, Lady Deathstrike, and Reaver's appearance, Newsstand Edition, and a CGC 6.0. So kind of got a dud there, folks. That's a wrap on this episode of Slab Addict Saturdays. Remember, folks, to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this unboxing. We got a wide variety of X-Men books. Grades were all over the place. I did get some 9.8, so that's a positive. If you want to pick some of them up, N8_PlotHolePro, that's the eBay link. Check it out. You help me just send more books off to do crazy videos like this. Yeah, that's about it for this video. Remember, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date on all things Plot Hole Productions. I'm Nate Slater, and I'll catch you in the void.